Time now for our Spotlight program, and it is Monday, which means Chamber Talk with Nancy Morrissey. Good morning, Nancy. How are you?
Good morning. Boy, there sure is a nip of fall in the air, isn't it?
That's absolutely right.
And as I'm coming over here to do the Chamber Talk, all the flower baskets, the hanging flower baskets, are down.
Oh, are they?
Yes,
when did they accomplish that?
Probably over the weekend.
Over the weekend?
Yeah. I miss them when they're gone. They're so pretty.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the efforts put together by, is that a collaborative effort between the Chamber and the Beautification Committee?
It's the Beautification Commission now. I serve on that.
Okay.
So, and the
I knew you were
Chamber used to do
somehow.
it years ago, and then when the Beautification Commission was formed, I still do the fundraising for it and stuff like that. But it's the Beautification Commission.
All right. Well, we had a wonderful weekend, a beautiful weekend here, and it kicked off Friday with the Art Walk and the Oktoberfest, and I happened to see you and John walking around.
No, I had a headache.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I could have sworn I saw John walking around.
Well, I think he stopped in there before
Okay.
he came home. He said there was a nice crowd. I did get in the car because I wanted to see. Great crowd of people. We drove by. That's all we did, Steve, and I missed it. There's not very many art walks that I miss. I love the art walk.
Yeah, I think I saw John walking around. Yeah, it was a great time and just another one of those showcase events for downtown Fairfield. Well, let's talk about the week that will be. That's the Monday morning newsletter that can come to your email box every Monday morning, kind of a sketch of what's happening with the Chamber of Commerce. So let's jump right into it. We have, well, the first thing we want to talk about is still time to register for the Manufacturers Luncheon, which is coming up, I believe, next week.
Next Tuesday, which is
13th.
I said the Thursday. It's not. It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It is the 13th, yes. And it's hosted by Gamreth Doyle Insurance. They are our sponsors. It's a wonderful event where we hear representatives from all the different manufacturing entities speak about where they were, where they are, and where they hope to be. It's very interesting. It's very informative. We start at 11:45 at the Fairfield Golf and Country Club. It goes until about 1:15, something like that. Reservations are required, so please call the Chamber at 472-2111 and make your reservation for next Tuesday on the 13th. Your reservation for the Fairfield Chamber's Manufacturing Appreciation Luncheon.
And again, that's an opportunity to go and actually sit in and listen to the leaders of industry here in Fairfield talk about the year that has just passed and how they project the maybe 2016 to look.
Correct, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So email the Chamber. It's chamber@fairfieldiowa.com for more information or to register. All right, member-to-member spotlight this week.
We have Yummy's Gourmet Cakes, and boy, they are more than just cakes. They have cookies and cinnamon rolls on Friday and Saturday. They have wonderful lunch every day. They have specials every day. They have, of course, their sandwiches, their paninis, their soup, their salads. But for Chamber members, you get a free cookie with your lunch order every time. And their cookies are good. I can tell you that my favorite is always the monster cookie. I always get the monster cookie.
I get the black and white.
Do you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And if I take the kids with me, if it's during the summer and stuff, of course, I'll get a cookie. Then I'll buy them a cookie too, and theirs are always the frosted ones. So if you're a Chamber member, come and visit come to Yummy's Gourmet Cakes, experience the fresh and healthy choices, and have a free cookie with your lunch. Their contact information, of course, is found on our Chamber website, fairfieldiowa.com.
All right, let's get into a very busy schedule you have this week.
It is. We're going to talk about leadership Fairfield. We had our opening session that we discussed 2 weeks ago. Tomorrow is our first official class, and it's quality of life. We start off with arts and theater panel, which is going to be the Fairfield Area Community Theater, the Fairfield Art Association, the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center, and Fairfest. We take a tour of the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. Then we have a community service community and service organizations panels too. And we have representatives there from the Lord's Cupboard, Young Professionals of Fairfield, Habitat for Humanity, Noah's Ark Animal Foundation, American Cancer Society, and Carry On Bags. We also have Ken Malloy and Dave Neff that will be there after that, and they give information, a presentation from the Greater Jefferson County Community Foundation, which leads us into lunch. Then we leave. This is when we begin our tours, and we are going to tour the Carnegie Historical Museum. We're going to tour the Masden Barns. Then we're going to go to Obie Nelson Park Shelter on West Fillmore there in South 2nd, and we're going to have a panel with Therese Kaminsky from Jefferson County Parks and Rec, Steve Pedrick from the Trails Council, and Derek Wolfcall from Fairfield Park and Recs. It's a full day. We start with networking. The doors open at 8 a.m. It goes all the way through 4:30 in the afternoon when we travel back to the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center so everyone can get their cars. And we're off to a great start. So that is our first, and that's Tuesday. Also on Tuesday is the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Drive at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds. That's from 2 to 7. There's a Smart Investing Tuesdays investment options at the Fairfield Public Library. That's from 6 to 8 p.m. The Quest for Beauty Impressionism course, that's going to be at the Icon. This is the third of these series that they're having. It's at 7:30 p.m. At 7 o'clock is the Great Taste Live at the Green Building Supply. They have that wonderful demo kitchen there, and I'm sure they're going to be making some wonderful things. Chamber Orchestra Kremlin at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. That's Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Leads us into Wednesday. The Chamber's ambassadors are going to visit Doc's Inn Cafe. They've been a member for quite a while, but I'll tell you, they are hopping down there. It's been taken a while to get an ambassador visit with them. She's always busy. Carol is always busy. But this Wednesday, the ambassadors are visiting Doc's Inn Cafe at 2 p.m. Then from 3 to 6 is the Fairfield Farmers Market. That's at Howard Park. Jefferson County Farms and Neighbors is having their annual meeting. They're going to have a presentation, and it's going to be at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. It starts at 7:15, and the presentation is concerning more CAFOs are coming. Open mic night, Cafe Paradiso from 8 to 10 p.m., and that rounds out our Wednesday here in Fairfield, leading us into Thursday, which is our Chamber Board meeting at the Hy-Vee Club Room. It's always the second Thursday of the month, and it rotates between different restaurants here in town that have kind of a private conference room or something like that. So the board is going to meet in the club room, and that's at noon on Thursday. Also on Thursday, out at the Iowa State Extension Office from noon to 1 is the Harvest Cookery. It's hands-on cooking sessions. They'll have recipes that they'll be making. Chocolate surprise cupcakes using pureed pumpkin. That sounds good. Butternut squash and black bean enchilada, and much, much more. If you'd like to go, please call the Iowa State Extension Office for their Harvest Cookery on Thursday. Their contact information, of course, is on our chamber website. Thursday, another big happening for the chamber is the Business After Hours. It's at the Carnegie Historical Museum. It's there on South Court Street in the Dale Carnegie building, which now holds the Jefferson County Indian Hills Community College Extension offices and classes. The Carnegie Historical Museum, it's housed in Fairfield's former library building. It's the first of 1,689 libraries endowed by Andrew Carnegie. The very first one out of almost 1,700 libraries, and it listed on the National Register of Historical Places. There will be an official unveiling of the Loudon Machinery Company installation. They will also have refreshments. They'll have light hors d'oeuvres, cheese, crackers, fruit, cookies, that type of thing. And there will also be wine served by Cedar Valley Winery. Live music will be provided by Steve and Michaela McLean. That'll be a fun evening. Bring your business cards, bring your friends. Come to the Chamber's October session of Carnegie at the Carnegie Historical Museum.
And as someone who serves on the Museum Foundation board, we want to welcome everybody there. It's from 5 to 7. 5 to 7. And that you mentioned that Loudon display. That's a brand new miniature barn that's been built in there with a lot of salesman samples, advertisements, and even working models of a lot of the machinery that the Loudon manufacturing plant put out here in Fairfield last century. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be fun. It'll be interesting. It'll be a learning experience, too. If you haven't been to the museum lately, please go. Don't think that you've been there once, so you've been there. It's ever evolving. It's ever growing. It's a wonderful gem.
And you wonder how Mark Schaefer keeps it all organized.
Oh, he does,
doesn't he?
Does
a great
yes,
job.
He does.
Does a super job.
Also Thursday night from 6 to 8 is Apocalypso Tantric Noise Choir at the Cafe Paradiso. It's also Icon Thursday with their Icon video at the Icon Gallery. The doors open at 7:30. It's going to be a video of a Charlie Rose interview with two great architects. Sanctus Real, Farewell to a Friend tour. That's going to be at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center at 7:30 p.m. It's a Christian rock sensation. Sanctus Real is playing at the Sondheim Center on their Farewell to a Friend tour. And they're a rock band out of Toledo, Ohio. And if everybody remembers, I'm from Ohio, so... Glad to promote those Ohio groups. Friday, Rotary Club of Fairfield is going to meet at the Fairfield Golf and Country Club at noon. There's game night at Optime Life Services from 5 to 8. It's open to all ages. Bring family. They play games, puzzles, cards. Family swim night at the Fairfield Parks and Recreation from 6 to 8. Ladies Night Out, Wine and Paint at Go Jindy Craft Cafe. That's from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And Go Jindy is located in the Fairfield Parks and Recreation building. Ellis Music Performance at Cafe Paradiso from 8 to 10 on Friday night. Saturday, October 10th. Now, before I go into what's happening, the big happening here is Lindsay from the Fairfield Chamber. She's getting married. Yes, she's getting married this Saturday, October 10th. Congratulations, Lindsay. We're so very, very happy for you. Sounds like the weather is going to be wonderful, too. So, then, besides that, on Saturday is the Fairfield Farmers Market at Howard Park from 8 to 1 p.m. It's also the Gem and Mineral Show at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. It begins at 9 a.m. It's the annual Sac and Fox Lapidary Club's Gem and Mineral Show. It'll be held both Saturday and Sunday at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. And they're celebrating their 20th anniversary with all the regular displays and educational events, but also some special surprises. It's the third annual Run the Vines 5K Run Walk at Cedar Valley Winery. It's at 11 a.m. And also singing Cedar's Harvest Festival from 11 to 2 p.m. And remember, all of these entities, businesses, happenings that I talk about, more information about them can be found on the Chamber website. They're all Chamber members. If you want to know addresses, contact information, just find out more about them, learn, please go to the Chamber website, www.fairfieldiowa.com. Fairfield, Iowa is one word. Iowa is spelled out. And you can find all the information you can about them. Sunday continues the Gem and Mineral Show at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. On Sunday, it begins at 10 a.m. This year, pieces from all over the different shows over 20 years will be included too. So, I mean, not only is there their regulars and their special surprises, but there's also pieces from all the different shows over the 20 years. There's also the Brass Fire at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center on Sunday at 3 p.m. It's the Fairfield Concert Association opens up their 2015-16 season with Brass Fire featuring trumpeter Jans Lindman and his trio. Talking about the Fairfield Concert Association, I helped volunteer at the Fairfield Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts when the Fairfield the Concert Association had the movie Wind with the piano playing in the background. And I never realized that during a silent film in the old days, they always had pianos playing, to create sound effects and stuff. I mean, I watched a silent movie once, and with no sound. I mean, just the words that pop up, and oh my gosh, the music really does add to it. It was a fascinating show. Also on Sunday is the Irish Jam at Cafe Paradiso from 3 to 5 p.m. So that kind of is all the huge happenings that are happening in Fairfield. Again, mentioning that next Tuesday, October 13th, is the Manufacturers Appreciation Luncheon. Please call the Chamber at 472-2111 to make a reservation. We're also bringing in Speed Networking. Speed Networking is back, and that's going to be the last Tuesday of the month. It is by reservation only. You need to call the Chamber. It's going to be from 6:45 is the doors open. Then we'll go from 7 o'clock until about 8:15, and it's going to be at the Best Western Fairfield Inn. What is Speed Networking? Well, it's 2 rows of people sitting across from each other, and they each have 2 minutes that talk about themselves. A bell rings. The person on the other side of the table talks for 2 minutes. The bell rings, and 1 row moves to the left, and it repeats itself again. Also, I want to make sure everyone knows that the city-wide, where all the little trick-or-treaters will go house to house in Fairfield on Saturday from 5:30 to 8 p.m., but the Chamber's also having their 3rd annual Chamber member trick-or-treat on Saturday also at participating members that will be open on Saturday. We'll have a list on our website blog, and we'll also have a list on our Facebook page.
And finally, I want one more thing.
Yes.
I know that you put a call to action out late last week about the December Art Walk.
Yes, that is the Chamber is having or working with the Fairfield Fairfield First Friday's Art Walk, and we're having the Christmas City When Art Comes Alive. It's going to be from 6 to 9 p.m., and when I say art comes alive, it means live windows. So if you are a merchant or a business listening right now and you would like to participate, please call the Chamber and we'll get you signed up. We'll just have to let us know what you're having, and with the Fairfield First Friday's Art Walk, we'll promote it.
All right.
It was a great success. It was the first time we did it last year, and a lot of businesses did it. It was a lot of fun, and it brought a lot of people uptown.
Yeah, Christmas City, when art comes up. We're Christmas City anyway.
We are.
Why as well just maximize that, right?
We've combined.
That's right.
The art in the Art Walk, it comes alive where? In Fairfield, which is the Christmas City.
I think I'll just put a candle up in our window right here.
I use those little ones that use
A bulb?
well, yes. Yeah, they're battery operated these days.
Well, I've got an outlet right there. I can do that.
Well, there you go. You could do that too. You do have a lot of outlets along there.
Yeah.
I need those at home.
Radio's odd that we operate on electricity. All the information we talked about can be found online at the Fairfield Chamber of Commerce website, fairfieldiowa.com. You can also sign up for the Monday morning newsletter, the week that will be. Nancy, you have a great week.
Thanks, Steve. You too.
Nancy Morrissey from the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce on Chamber Talk.